Hey there, I'm your host Lasoe, and in today's video I'll show you how to set up a crouch system for your character. So let's begin. Before we begin, you're going to need 4 animations which you can get on Mixamo. One for crouching idle, one for crouch walking forward, and then one for crouch to standing idle, and one standing to crouch. Once you are back in Unreal Engine, go to the content drawer and we can import our animations. So select the animations you want, drag them in, and here select the skeleton for your character. For me, it's going to be Brady_skeleton, and say import all. Once your animations have finished importing, we can save them, and let's create a blend space for our crouching. So right click, go to animations, go to legacy blend space 1D. Here select your skeleton, and we can call this BS_Brady_crouch. So go inside, set the name none to speed, and my maximum speed I want is going to be 150. Of course, you can change this value depending on yourself. So 150, and then let's get a crouch idle. Click on that, select the value and set it to 0. Then let's get our crouch walk forward. We can select this and set the value to be 150. Once you're happy, we can save and we can exit. Then we want to set up our input action. So go to your input actions folder, right click, go to input action, and call this IA_crouch. We don't need to change anything inside, so save and go back and go to your IMC. Inside your IMC, create a new mapping. I'm going to find my IA_crouch, and you can select any key you want. I'll have it on left control. And when I'm happy, I'm going to save and exit. Then let's go back into our player. Let's go into our animations and into our animation blueprint. Inside of our animation blueprint, we want to go to our event graph, and from try_get_pwn_honor, we can get movement component. And then from here, we will simply do is crouching. And let's create a variable is crouching. Then we will set this variable here, and we will connect it to the rest of our code, like so. Inside of our animation graph in the locomotion, we will drag from idle walk run, and we're going to add a state called crouch start. From here, we will drag again, and we're going to add another state called crouching. From here, drag down, add another state called crouch end, and connect it back into our idle walk run. Then for crouch start, we will get our standing to crouch animation. So find that. It's there for me. We can connect it, go back. For crouching, we will simply use our blend space. So find your blend space, connect it. And for speed, connect your existing speed, like so. Go back, go to crouch end. And inside of here, found your crouch to standing. So for me, it's going to be this animation. And when I'm happy, I can go back. Then for our first condition, double click inside, select is crouching, get it, and connect it to the result. Then for our second, we can go in here, right click, search for time remaining, and select stand crouch. Select that, get a greater value, and this is going to be set at 0.2 and simply connect it into the result. Then for crouching, we're set up, that's fine. Go to the next condition. Inside of here, we will get is crouching, and we will set not boolean. Then connect it into your code, and let's go to the last condition. Inside of here, we also want to right click, search for time remaining, and we will select crouch to standing idle. So select that, get a greater condition, and 0.2 is the value you want. Connect that, enter the result, let's bring it here. And if we compile and save, everything should work fine. So we can exit the animation blueprint. Now let's go into our character blueprint. So find your character. For me, it's going to be BP_Brady. Inside of our event graph, there are a few things we want to do. So first, let's select BP_Brady or your character, and here search for crouch. Once you found it, crouched half height, set this to 60. This can also depend on your character size. Then max walk speed crouch, we actually set it to 150 inside of our blend space. So I'm going to go with that, 150. And then lastly, let's select can crouch to be true. Then we want a smooth transition for our camera. So select the spring arm, look for lag, enable lag, and the value you want is to be 20. Once you're happy, you can exit, and let's find our input action. So IA underscore crouch. Then from here, you have two options. You can either hold or you can toggle. So I'll show you both. On started, we can do crouch. I spelled it wrong. So select your crouch. Then on completed, we want to on crouch. That's your holding. If you want a toggle, simply drag this out a bit, and on started, get a flip flop and connect B into on crouch, and you can break this chain. So if you compile and save, your character now should be able to smoothly crouch and walk like normal. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. And as always, happy developing.